had went to this restaurant in the hood. It was called Harold's and Bells. And so I met this guy there, and I told him my name was Lisa Jones. And he was a nice looking guy, so I didn't want him to know who I was. I didn't tell him that my real name. And at this time, I had an apartment that if I didn't want somebody to know who I was, I wouldn't bring them to my house. We was kicking it up and everything. So I brought him to my apartment. And so I noticed that when I brought him to my apartment, he was like, this is a fly apartment. This apartment is really, really nice. And so he didn't want to leave. The next day, I'm like, okay, dude, it's time for you to go, And he was like, no, I want to kick it with you. I said, no, I have stuff to do. I got to go to work. He was like, okay, can we get together again? I was like, yeah, give me a call. But I know I wasn't going to be with him. And so I think like about a week later, I had somebody else at my apartment. And this guy that I met prior came and rang the buzzer. And this apartment had an alarm and everything. The alarm was on, and he's like ringing the buzzer. So I told the guy that was at my apartment, I said, answer the buzzer, because I don't invite people here. And ain't nobody just gonna pop up to my house uninvited, And that's when, we had pagers and everything. So the guy that I brought week prior came, and he was like, hit the buzzer. And he was like, is Lisa here? And the guy said, it's no Lisa here. He said, no. Wait a minute. He said, no, you got the wrong apartment. He said, no, man, I was here. It was I'm cracking up. And he said, no, man, I was here. This is her apartment. He said, no, man, you got the wrong apartment. And so I'm like in the background, just like cracking up, because I'm like, I can't believe this nigga popped up at my house like this, And so then he was like, okay, all right, thank you. Then the guy left. And the guy was paging me, but I wasn't answering him because I really wasn't interested. Like 3 weeks later, the same dude that I met at Harold's and Bells came back. And he was like, is Jemeker here? And I'm like, at that time, I was a different person. I'm like, yeah, what's up? What you doing popping over at my house? What you want? Yeah, Jemeker, I found out who you was and everything. I wanna holler at you, da 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 da. And I'm just like, holler at me for what? So then I ended up going downstairs, because it was a townhouse. So I ended up going downstairs with my gun in my hand, because I'm like, why are you popping up at my house? What you want? I just want to holler at you, you ain't Lisa, you Jemeker. I said, and what you want? And he was like, I just, I just want to, talk to you. I said, but what do you want? You don't just show up at my house. Unexpected. Well, I've been paging you, he was saying. I said, and I've been busy. So I ended up being his friend, and he ended up selling crack for me.